Imagine waking up every morning with a calm mind. No overthinking. No emotional chaos. No panic every time life becomes difficult. Imagine being able to stay peaceful even when people disrespect you. Even when life feels unfair. Even when stress, fear, and pressure surround you. That level of peace is possible. But it only happens when you learn one powerful truth. Your life is controlled by your thoughts. If your thoughts are negative, fearful, angry, and undisciplined, your life slowly becomes chaotic. But when your thoughts become calm, focused, and powerful, your entire life changes. That is why learning to train your mind is one of the most important things you will ever do. Because the mind can either become your greatest weapon or your greatest prison. Today, we are going to explore how to train your mind to stay calm using powerful Stoic wisdom that can completely transform your life. And once you master your thoughts, you begin to master life itself. 1. Most people are controlled by their thoughts. Look carefully at the world today. People are constantly anxious, constantly angry, constantly stressed. Why? Because most people never learn how to control their minds. The average person reacts emotionally to everything. One insult ruins their entire day. One bad comment destroys their confidence. One small problem creates panic. Their emotions control them. But Stoic philosophy teaches something powerful. You are not your thoughts. You are the observer of your thoughts. That means you do not have to obey every emotion that enters your mind. Just because you feel anger does not mean you must act on it. Just because fear appears does not mean you must surrender to it. Mentally strong people understand this. Weak minds react automatically. Strong minds pause before reacting. That pause changes everything. Because calmness creates clarity. And clarity creates power. 2. Your thoughts shape your reality. The quality of your thoughts determines the quality of your life. If you constantly think, I am not good enough, your confidence disappears. If you constantly think, everyone is against me, you begin to live in fear and bitterness. If you constantly think negatively about life, your world slowly becomes dark. But when you train your mind differently, your life changes. Stoics understood that external events are not what destroy people. It is their interpretation of those events. Two people can experience the same situation. One becomes stronger. The other becomes broken. Why? Because of mindset. Your thoughts become your emotions. Your emotions become your actions. And your actions become your future. That is why controlling your thoughts is controlling your life. 3. Calmness is a superpower. In a world full of emotional people, calmness becomes rare. And rare things are powerful. When everyone else is panicking, the calm person stands out. When everyone reacts emotionally, the calm person thinks clearly. When chaos surrounds everyone, the calm mind stays focused. This is Stoic mental strength. Most people believe power means aggression, dominance, or loudness. But true power is emotional control. Anyone can scream. Anyone can lose control. But staying calm under pressure? That requires strength. Imagine someone insulting you publicly. A weak mind reacts immediately with anger. But a trained mind remains calm. Not because they are weak, but because they refuse to let another person control their emotions. That is real power. The Stoics believe that the person who controls themselves is stronger than the person who controls others. 4. Stop feeding your mind negativity. Your mind becomes whatever you feed it. If you constantly consume negativity, your thoughts become toxic. Today, many people feed their minds with drama, fear, comparison, gossip, anger, social media chaos. And then they wonder why they feel mentally exhausted. You cannot build a peaceful mind while constantly feeding it poison. Stoics were extremely careful about protecting their inner peace. They understood something important. Not everything deserves your attention. Every day, ask yourself, is this helping my mind become stronger or weaker? Because whatever enters your mind eventually shapes your life. Protect your thoughts carefully. Your peace depends on it. 5. Train yourself to pause before reacting. One of the greatest Stoic habits is learning to pause. Most people react instantly. Someone insults them, they explode. Something goes wrong, they panic. Life becomes difficult, they emotionally collapse. But Stoic mental strength comes from slowing down your reactions. Before reacting emotionally, pause. Take a breath. Observe your emotions. Ask yourself, will reacting emotionally improve this situation? Most of the time, the answer is no. That simple pause can save you from regret, conflict, and emotional destruction. A calm mind thinks before acting, and that creates wisdom. 6. Your mind must be stronger than your emotions. Emotions are temporary, but decisions made during emotional moments can permanently damage your life. Think about how many people destroy relationships, opportunities, and peace simply because they acted emotionally. Anger made them react. Fear made them quit. Sadness made them give up. This is why training your mind matters. Stoicism teaches you not to become emotionless, but emotionally disciplined. Your emotions should never become your master, because feelings change constantly. Some days you will feel motivated. Some days you will feel tired. Some days you will feel discouraged. But mental strength means continuing anyway. Discipline must become stronger than emotion. That is how powerful lives are built. 7. Accept what you cannot control. One major reason people lose peace is because they try to control everything. They want to control other people, the future, outcomes, opinions, situations. But life does not work that way. The Stoics taught a life-changing principle. Focus only on what you can control. You cannot control everything that happens, but you can control your mindset, your attitude, your response, your discipline. And once you understand this, your anxiety begins to disappear. Because peace comes from acceptance, not resistance. The moment you stop fighting reality, your mind becomes lighter. 8. Silence strengthens the mind. Modern life is filled with noise, constant notifications, constant entertainment, constant distractions. People are terrified of silence because silence forces them to face themselves. But Stoics valued solitude deeply, because silence trains the mind. When you spend time alone, you think clearly. You understand yourself better. You gain emotional control. Some of the strongest minds in history were built in silence. That is why you must learn to sit quietly sometimes, without distraction, without noise, without constant stimulation. Because a peaceful mind is developed internally, not externally. 9. Overthinking destroys peace. Overthinking is one of the biggest enemies of calmness. People replay the past endlessly. What if I said something different? What if things go wrong tomorrow? What if they reject me? The mind becomes trapped in fear and anxiety. But Stoicism teaches you to stay grounded in the present moment. Because most fears exist only in imagination. Overthinking creates suffering before suffering even arrives. A trained mind focuses on action instead of endless mental chaos. Whenever you catch yourself overthinking, ask, is this thought helping me or harming me? If it is harming you, let it go. Not every thought deserves your attention. 10. Discipline creates inner peace. People think discipline is punishment. But discipline actually creates freedom. When your mind lacks discipline, you become controlled by impulses. Distractions control you. Emotions control you. Bad habits control you. But discipline gives you power over yourself. Waking up on time. Training your body. Controlling your emotions. Staying focused. Keeping promises to yourself. These habits strengthen the mind daily. And every time you choose discipline over excuses, you become mentally stronger. 11. Stop seeking validation from people. Many people lose peace because they depend too much on other people's opinions. They constantly ask, do they like me? What do they think about me? Am I accepted? This creates emotional weakness, because your confidence becomes controlled by others. Stoicism teaches something different. Your value does not come from public approval. It comes from your character. People will criticize you no matter what. Some will misunderstand you. Some will doubt you. Some will judge you unfairly. You cannot control that. But you can control whether their opinions destroy your peace. A trained mind does not chase validation. It focuses on self-respect. 12. Pain can become your teacher. Every difficult experience can either destroy you or strengthen you. Most people waste pain. They become bitter, angry, and hopeless. But Stoics use pain as training. Failure teaches wisdom. Rejection teaches strength. Loneliness teaches independence. Hardship develops resilience. The strongest minds are not created during comfort. They are created during struggle. So when life becomes difficult, do not immediately ask, why is this happening to me? Instead ask, what is this teaching me? That question transforms suffering into growth. 13. Your inner peace is more valuable than winning arguments. Many people destroy their peace trying to prove themselves to others. They argue endlessly, defend themselves constantly, fight every criticism. But Stoics understood something powerful. Not every battle deserves your energy. Sometimes silence is strength. Sometimes walking away is wisdom. Protecting your peace is more important than winning pointless arguments. A calm mind does not need to prove itself constantly, because confidence speaks quietly. 14. Gratitude changes the mind. One reason people feel unhappy is because they focus only on what is missing. They ignore what they already have. Stoicism teaches gratitude as a form of mental strength. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack to abundance. Instead of thinking, my life is terrible, you begin noticing, you are alive. You are growing. You are learning. You still have opportunities. Gratitude calms the mind because it trains you to appreciate the present moment. And peace is found in the present, not in endless dissatisfaction. 15. The goal is not perfection, the goal is progress. Many people give up because they expect perfection immediately. But mental strength is built slowly. You will still have emotional days. You will still make mistakes. You will still struggle sometimes. That is normal. Even Stoics struggled. The goal is not to become emotionless. The goal is to become more aware, more disciplined, and more calm over time. Every day you practice self-control. You improve. Every day you choose peace over chaos. You grow stronger. Final message. Your mind is the most powerful thing you own. If you do not control it, life will control you. People will control you. Emotions will control you. Fear will control you. But once you train your mind to stay calm, everything changes. You begin thinking clearly. You stop reacting emotionally. You protect your peace. You become mentally powerful. Remember this. A calm mind is not built overnight. It is built daily. Through discipline, self-awareness, silence, patience, and emotional control. The Stoics understood that life will always contain chaos. But they also understood something deeper. You can remain peaceful even while the storm continues. And once you master your thoughts, you begin to master your life. Please subscribe for more.